here we are.
In our costumes.
Guys, welcome.
Guys, don't worry. It's just us.
Whoa. Sorry,
Don't
guys.
be scared. It's just
us, okay?
We're just wearing makeup.
That's it.
Don't be scared.
All right, guys, welcome back to Standing Room Only.
Welcome to our Halloween edition of the pod.
Guys, we started with 0 followers, and after our 1 episode,
we
have 43 followers. We have 43. What do we call you guys? Theater kids. we have 30.
We have 43 cast members.
We have 43 cast members.
Guys, welcome to the cast. We're your directors. We're the heads of the guild.
We're your stage managers, directors, lovers. We're anything you need, guys. And we're here.
But we'll never forget our first ever follower who wasn't one of our friends.
Laura.
Laura.
Another shout out to you, baby girl.
We love you.
I'll also never forget our first hate comment.
He said, podcast ain't for everybody.
And you know what? He is so right about that.
But I disagree because I think podcasts are for us.
I think they're for us. And our 43 loyal fans would agree.
Our 43 loyal friends would agree. Thank you guys so much.
We couldn't have been here without you. Truly.
Honestly, I just want to say thanks.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
We love you. Should we say it at the same time?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
All right. So, as you can see from our harrowing appearance, it is Halloween.
It's HALLOWEEKEND.
The scariest weekend of the year for many reasons.
HALLOWEEKEND is scary for a lot of reasons, but usually it's the time to party and go crazy.
I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but we've personally never had not a fucked HALLOWEEKEND. Something monumental and life-changing just always seems to fall on this weekend. I don't know if it's because the ghouls and the ghosts are out, but
out to play.
They're out to play, but I hope that happens tonight for us. We're going to a little party after this.
But the thing is we're going to a little get together with our old theater friends. This is the first year that we're being kind of tame.
We're not being rats this year.
What did you do yesterday on the Friday of HALLOWEEKEND, Caelan?
I'm so glad you asked. Me and my boyfriend baked cookies and we watched Harry Potter, which is quite frankly absurd that I wasn't face down in a frat party with blood dripping out of my head, real blood, not this blood. So, but you know what? I think that's growth. What did you do?
I went to the opening night screening of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm. How was that?
You know what? It was good.
Okay.
I'm a little disappointed because I wanted it to be scary and it's not. I understand that it's for kids, okay? But if you look at my Instagram, my first ever Instagram post was a picture of my PC screen and I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Whoever finds it gets a shout out.
Yeah, if you find it and send it to us, you get a shout out. But I loved Slender, Five Nights at Freddy's, all the horror games when I was younger, and I thought they were so scary. So the movie came out, and it's now it's a franchise for kids. I remember when I worked at Toys R Us, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's toys, and I was like, that's for the big kids. What the fuck?
See, you were playing that. I was playing Webkins. I love Webkins. Did you play Webkins?
I had a strange addiction to Webkins.
What was your first Webkins?
It was a lion, and his name was Fluffy. Oh. My grandma got him for me.
I'd love to meet him.
Actually, I have a traumatizing story. I have a really sad story about Fluffy. I used to have a dog. She died. R.I.P. Lily. She was a fat fuck. I'm not just saying she was fat. I'm saying she was a beagle, and if you know beagles, you could not control her, and she would eat loaves of bread. And she would take them. She could open our school bags and take out our thermoses and open our thermoses and eat whatever was in there. She once, my family's Guyanese. And so my grandma, every Christmas would make a rum cake. And this shit would take a long fucking time to make. Mm-hmm. So she brings the rum cake. It was wrapped in a present and was in a cupboard. And Lily this fat ass managed to open the cupboard, get the rum cake, open it up, and ate the entire rum cake.
As she should.
My dog. And then we got home and she was drunk. And my grandma was so upset. She was like, Lily, do you know how long that took me? And Lily was like,
Lily didn't give a fuck. And you know what? I've always said that.
Yeah, Lily was fucked.
I love Webkins though.
I loved Webkins too, except I used to be scared because, you know, the Wheel of Wow?
Of course.
I used to, because it was like a circle and I was a really anxious kid. So whenever I would play, whenever I would play the Wheel of Wow, since it was like spinning in a circle, I was scared I was going to get hypnotized. So I would like, look away. But I didn't want anyone to know that I was scared of it. So I would just be like, every day, once a day.
That's
and sometimes I would skip it because I was scared. Like my sister would be like, "Oh, you didn't do your Wheel of Wow today," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it later."
I was yeah, feel right today.
Later.
I didn't think I was gonna get lucky.
But dude, Webkins, I had like 25 of them.
I remember my first Webkins was a pig, and I hated cross country like more than anything. And my mom would have to bribe me to do cross country. I don't know why. Like she needed me to do cross country, but she did. And I remember I crossed the finish line, and all I wanted was Webkins. And I crossed that, and I was like about to throw up and cry, and she held my little Webkins at the end of the cross country line, and it was the extra push I needed, and I crossed that cross country.
What did you name it?
I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I want to say like probably something fucking stupid like Pinky. But I was a Club Penguin girl more than anything.
Okay.
I
was scared of Club Penguin because people would say swear words on it. So I was like,
my first boyfriend was on Club Penguin. I remember I was at like a Club Penguin party, like an igloo. Yeah. And this penguin came up to me, and I knew it was a boy penguin because its name was like Gong Show Beauty 97, and it was blue. And he came up to me, and he was like, "You are so beautiful," to my penguin. And she was gorgeous. And I was like, "Thank you." And he was like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And I said yes. And I wonder what he's doing now. What would it be? It's our 19-year anniversary next Tuesday.
Shout out to Gong Show Beauty 98, Blue Penguin.
He was a real talker.
What are the odds it's Gordon? Her real time now boyfriend.
No, my boyfriend love him so much, a theater nerd. Also,
he wasn't on Club Penguin?
Well, he probably was, but his name would not be Gong Show Beauty.
What would it be? Like Peter Pan?
Oh, God. Guys.
The reason I say that, you might be wondering. Was that the first time I ever met Gord?
Probably, yeah.
The first time I ever met Caelan's boyfriend.
I have a thing.
It was last year on Halloween.
There you go, HALLOWEEKEND. Something else fucked happened last year on Halloween.
It did.
Which we can't talk about yet.
We can't talk about that yet. But my first impression of Caelan's boyfriend.
Okay, I have a thing for Peter Pan. He was objectively speaking my sexual awakening. I'm not talking about like the live action Peter Pan, like the fucking ginger cartoon. Oh my God. I would leave my window open at night in hopes that he would come and whisk me away to Neverland. And I don't know. He still does it for me.
See, I was more of a Captain Hook gal myself.
That explains a lot.
So last year I released a music video that was like super haunted, scary, and it was like a Halloween video.
It was
crazy.
I
did like a party for it, a release party for it, and the gist of it was like Halloween was at midnight because Halloween was on a Sunday. Yeah, Halloween was on a Sunday, so we did like it was on a Monday.
No, it was a Sunday onto a Monday. So like Monday was Halloween, but midnight was it.
So Halloween was on the Monday, so we did the release party on the Sunday, and then it was like at midnight is Halloween. So it was like New Year's Eve, but like Halloween Eve, and we released the video at midnight.
It was sick.
Anyways, so I had this big party. It was very fun. And Caelan and Gord came, so they were staying in Montreal, and Gordon needed to record an audition for Peter Pan the Musical, correct?
Yeah, Peter Pan the Musical.
I had never met him yet, but I was at the gym, and Caelan was like, "We're arriving, and Gord needs to record his thing, and we don't want to do it in the hotel. Can we use your apartment?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'm gonna be at the gym, but like, go off. It's a spin class. It'll be 45 minutes." So I go to my spin class. I walk home, and I open my door, and all I hear is, what was the song?
Giants in the Sky.
There are giants in the sky. How does it go? What was like the big line?
There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky.
What was like the big line though?
There are giants in the sky.
It was
Was that good?
That was pretty good actually. But yeah, so that was my first impression of Gord. I walked in and I saw this man in my apartment, lights, camera, action. There are giants in the sky. And I was like, oh, hello. Nice
Theater
to meet you.
kids love theater kids. Like, you know that
Facts.
one, if you're a theater kid, you will know this.
Ugh.
That one straight boy, he could be, my boyfriend isn't ugly. I think he's a very attractive man. But there's always that one straight boy in every show that you're in.
As long as you're not like actually drooling.
As long as, as long as like,
you're
you
gonna
have
get
a
girls.
pulse and you're a straight man in theater, one, you're gonna get the lead. You can't hold a tune, doesn't matter. You're getting the lead. You're gonna have the most like gorgeous, beautiful, like operatic, most beautiful voice, beautiful person you've ever seen is gonna be like your love interest. You could be the Hunchback of Notre Dame, barely have a pulse, like have no rhythm, be tone deaf. You will be the lead, and you will get every single girl in the company.
Everyone. And like, I don't know why.
I've dated every single one of them.
Yeah, yeah. In our year, not really. We don't. We both stayed clear of our year.
Carlyn and I actually pride ourselves in being.
Well, I just did it with like the older years. I was no better. I was
did
actually
it with
worse.
the younger year.
And if that ain't saying something.
No, but I think we're the only two girls in our year. There's this one guy. He got with
Every girl in the program.
every single girl in the program except for Carlyn and I. And not for lack of trying, might I just add.
No, he didn't try with me.
I can't say the same. But we did not succumb ever.
We didn't. We were so strong.
We did not have program.
No program incest.
No, for our year. Other years, I can't be held accountable for. That is literally none of my business.
I used to actually, I don't want to say date, but I used to see.
Wheel.
I used to wheel a man.
Bring back wheel.
Bring back wheel.
That is such a good word.
That is such a good word.
I love that. It's just like, it's all encompassing, you know? It's like, if you're not dating, if you're just like,
You're wheeling.
You're more than just like seeing each other, but you're less than dating. What else could possibly describe
The
that?
situationship is dead. It's from now on, we're wheeling.
You're saying that you're wheeling again.
We're wheeling. I was wheeling this man, and his name was Caelan.
It was horrible. Carlyn was wheeling this boy named Caelan, and it was, quite frankly, my personal hell.
Shout out, Caelan.
You know who you are. Obviously, we just said your name.
First time I met him, he came up to me. He did like, he acted to me.
What did he do?
It was like in their class. I forget what it was. I think it was advanced act. It was some comedy class. He was pretending to be like an old man. I'm not even kidding. And I was like,
And it worked.
you know,
You live and you learn.
you live and you learn. He also had Marvel Converse. Like, he had the ones that he would wear, and then he had the ones that he would just keep on display.
Oh. My boyfriend also likes Marvel. I can't really say anything.
Does he have the like original fucking Marvel Converse in a glass box?
You know, I can't say he does. I can't say he does.
Then, you know what? He gets a pass.
You know what else is terrible, though, about wheeling someone, like, in the same program? I remember I was wheeling this guy. I know. Who do you fucking think? The one guy wheeled.
TikTok boy?
Yeah. And I
Yes.
remember he was in... Okay, people are going to eat
People are going to eat you out.
because he was in the year below and we were in like the year above, and the class below us had to like come to one of our classes, like see what it was like, to see if they wanted to take that class. And it was a class called biomechanics.
You know, you know.
If you know, you know.
It's
And
basically
I
a
was
workout class.
I was partners with
The way I just like shuddered when I heard her name.
I was partnered with
Ex-best friend. Let's just call her ex-best friend.
a girl we don't love anymore.
I'm literally tearing up.
To do a handstand in this class, and I was so nervous because I had like just started seeing this guy. I really liked him, and I had to like do this stupid fucking performance in front of him, a handstand, and we had to grab each other's legs. Like, pretty straightforward, right? Anyway, I was so distracted, and this girl is like a lot taller than me, and she does this handstand, and I just straight up do not catch her legs, and she literally like lands on her head, crumples to the floor, and I am so like, and she looks at me, and she was scary, like that, like She was a scary woman, and she just crumples to the floor, and I'm mortified. And she stands up and starts like reaming me out, and he's there watching, and it was just horrible.
And I'm like, yes, ex-best friend, eat her out.
Anyway, so moral of all of these stories is don't date people in your program.
Yeah, the story I told about Caelan. So I did start hooking up with him. It was, you know, it wasn't a romance story. It was like, I don't even know what to say. We wheeled and
Loosely.
we wheeled loosely, and then the next year I got put in a show with him and his ex-girlfriend and me, and we all had to be in a show together. And he would like wheel both of us at the same time. And like
Play is gonna
he got
play.
away with it.
Welcome to the pod.
I'm like not comfortable.
Please hold. Good?
I like shake it out. Okay. I'm good. No.
Hi. Okay, good.
1 second.
Yep.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Standing room only. I would like to just make a public service announcement. If you look at my roots, the last thing I'll ever do, okay?
If you look at her roots, we're reporting you.
You're blocked, okay?
Wait,
don't
remember
exist.
to kiss the mic.
Sorry,
Or should I turn up the gain?
No. I'll kiss the mic. Don't look at my roots, I swear to God.
Same.
Okay?
I covered mine with eyeshadow, or at least I tried to, but it's not going
I know
well.
I'm not fooling anyone, okay? I'm not a natural blonde, but don't look at them.
I am a natural blonde, so it just looks like I'm balding, but ignore that.
Yeah, don't worry about it, okay? Welcome back. I also have a pimple, so ignore that too.
Me too. Where's yours? Mine's here.
Where's girls?
Did you do your nails? Because you said you were going to do black tips, and I did white tips.
I didn't do any tips yet. I just have my thummy thumb.
Do you know how much it was for me to get a fucking Biogel refill?
Like $60.
It was $70. $70. I didn't pay for it, but somebody did. It wasn't me, but someone.
What day is it today? It's the day after Halloween.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Well, no, they're saying this on a Monday, so happy Monday.
Happy dark day.
How rude of me. I didn't even acknowledge the fact that we just left you in the middle of last episode.
Oh my God.
Which is this episode technically still, because we're going to continue the episode because we left you so rudely.
It was sorry about that. That was disrespectful.
Should we be
Halloween.
honest?
We should be honest.
My camera died.
And we got pretty drunk.
Yeah.
It was Halloween and we were going out and her camera died and we didn't have it in us to like redo it. We were late. We missed the pre that we were going to go to. So we just had to skedaddle as fast as we could. But with that being said, we have a pretty crazy, funny story for you guys about Halloween.
We can tell you exactly how our HALLOWEEKEND ended up
Happening.
events unfolding.
So after the pod, we got ready. Well, we were ready.
After the pod, we realized that we weren't drunk enough to go out. Since we missed the pre, we had to kind of catch up. Mm-hmm. So we tried to take a shot of gin.
All I had was gin. And
it was also warm.
I am no gin girl. I've never alluded to the fact that
I'm not a gin girl either.
I'm not. I'm a tequila girl. I was a vodka girl in university. And then I drank a whole Mickey of raspberry Smirnoff vodka. And that just ruined the entire species of vodka for me.
That'll do it.
So now I'm strictly tequila. But gin has never been something I could get on board with.
Gin makes me sad.
It just makes me...
You got a frog in your throat?
Sorry, there's a grenouille in there. Let me just get him out.
A grenouille is crazy.
But we had to take a shot of gin because that's all we had. And
we took about like half of a shot.
I thought that like I saw God himself in my living room. I thought I was going to die. I don't know how people drink gin. If you drink gin, I'm like absolutely sure that you're a psychopath because that is disgusting.
My sister drinks gin.
So does Hannah.
It's like her drink of choice.
She's a better woman than I.
It's I don't like drinking hand sanitizer. Like, what is the brand?
Gordon's gin.
Gordon's?
There's a gin called Gordon.
No, I mean the brand of hand sanitizer.
Oh.
Purell.
Purell. It doesn't even taste like Purell. It tastes like...
like rubbing alcohol?
It tastes like regret. I don't know. It was just so bad, dude. We couldn't do it. So we literally went out. We raw dogged it sober,
well,
basically.
we chugged a nice glass of wine, which we
good.
we do that too often. Like, I don't know, every time we decide to get nice wine, we're in a rush and then we end up chugging it.
Yeah, we went to an improv show recently where this happened, which was crazy, by the way. And improv is crazy. If you're an improv baddie,
should we talk about the improv show? That was crazy.
Yeah, maybe. So it was when we were in Montreal, like, what, 2 weeks ago?
It seems like forever ago.
It seems like a year ago.
Yeah,
but
I guess
think
it was
like
2 weeks
literally
ago.
2 weeks ago. And some of our old university girlies were in an improv show. And it's actually...
Shout out Tongues Comedy. They were great.
They were so good. They were, not to be mean, the only good part of that entire show. No, it was just, I don't know. Improv, I just can't... Unless it's like really, really good.
It has to be like so good because even if it's like kind of bad, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like this girl was like a Barbie on stage and she was asking volunteers to come like dress her and undress her and no one would do it. So it was like someone's grandma in the front ended up doing it.
They took pity on her.
And then it was like the other cast members who were in other improv shows like
the pity
coming from
laughs
backstage.
are just the worst part too.
Oh, it's so
It's
sad.
like, you know, they planted like their 4 friends in the front and they're the only ones laughing and you're just laughing because you're uncomfortable and it was bad vibes. However, that night was the night we decided to start a podcast.
Oh my God, it was.
Because we went back to our 2 friends' house and I guess because we're self-involved, we do this a lot. We go to people's houses, and if we've had like a drop of alcohol, we just like talk at them.
Caelan, we do it when we're sober too. Like if it's us in the room together, it's like whoever's in the room is getting a show. They're getting a story. They're getting maybe a performance.
They invited us to their home. Their lovely home, might I add. They gave us wine. We're eating, like, they give us, like, little, like, chips and stuff, and we're sitting there, and no one asked. Not a single person asked, but we just took it upon ourselves that it was comedy hour. And we told, like, I think 17 stories in the span of, like, an hour straight at them, and no one asked for more. No one was reacting. Carlyn and I were just, like, talking at them and laughing at ourselves. And we were like, you know what? Maybe we should not inflict this upon the innocent. Maybe we should put it on the internet.
But the thing is that we always do that, but then people still want to hang out with us. And it actually, like, we actually get confused. Why? Like, people text us and want to hang out, and we're like, are they fucking crazy?
A good time
no, it's not even that. Like, we actually judge people. We're like, why do they want to hang out with us? Like, are they okay?
They're like, thank you so much for last night. Like, had fun.
And we're like, are they on drugs?
You're thinking us? You're thinking us for last night.
Our friend got us a reservation at the restaurant he works at and like sat down with us and we were like, is he okay? Like, does he actually enjoy our company? Like,
no way.
That's
like
crazy
literally no way.
But they keep coming back.
They keep coming back.
Get it. We don't get it.
I don't know, man. But yeah, it was crazy. And that was the night that we were at a nice restaurant. Then we were late for the improv and we chugged a bottle of wine in the restaurant. It was like, yeah.
It was like we couldn't actually chug, so we were like, let's just take big sips. So it was just like, hold your breath and get as much down the gullet as you can.
Anyway, that's what we did on Halloween when we left you on this podcast. And
no, it's not what we did on Halloween when we left them. That's what we did 2 weeks ago.
No. No. We chugged a bottle of wine.
Oh, yes, we did.
So we basically raw dog going out because all we had was wine. So anyway, we go out, we meet our friends in line. It was so embarrassing because our friends were getting in as we were like pulling up. So our friend went to the bouncer and they're like, can you just let them in with us? Like, they're just 2 girls. But the line was insane because it's Halloween.
I hate Toronto clubbing.
No, that's so fair.
Should we talk about it now or in the next episode?
We can talk about it now.
The story that I'm thinking about, why I hate Toronto clubs.
Yeah.
Now or later? I think, should we save it for later?
We can talk about it now.
Okay.
Sorry, Princess Polly just sent me an email.
That's okay. I moved to Montreal when I was 18 and I've lived there ever since. So I never went out in Toronto like before university. So coming back and trying to go out in Toronto is like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's all like, am I wrong or is every club in Toronto like bottle girl vibes?
Like, yeah, it's either like bottle girl
bottle girl vibes.
It's either bottle girl vibes or it's like elderly men and it's like it's just like a dive bar and
is there like
elderly.
Cool spots or
not
no?
that I know of, unless
like cool
I'm just not
hipster spots
hanging with the right crowd. But I've never it's so rare I have a good night out in Toronto. Like, so rare.
I feel like you have to know someone who like knows someone. The only fun night I've had out in Toronto is when we went to like.
Even then, like I was still fearing for my life.
You're right,
that's
but
because
it was only fun because we went with people that knew the people.
Yeah, you kind of gotta like. Yeah, I think it's fun if you like know the bartender or the bouncer or the like whatever's, and they can just like, you know, have fun. But like, I don't know, comparatively to Montreal, it's so not fun. Like no one's like dancing really unless it's like grinding.
I don't want to wait in the line.
No,
like I'd rather go home than wait in a line. And there was this one time, this is like the reason I hate Toronto clubbing. There was this one time, it was last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was last year. I come home and Caelan's like, we're going out, we're preying, and we're going to this club. Let's call it, what should we call it? Mr. Lion? Mr. Lion.
If you know Toronto clubbing, you'll understand what it is. But Mr. Lion is what we'll call it.
Mr. Lion. First of all, we get there, the line is longer than like
it was insane. It was like around the building.
Longer than like the longest snake in the world.
She's away with words.
I am a songwriter. Longer than what's a big snake? Like a python?
Like a yeah.
Anyways,
a basilisk. I love Harry Potter.
Anyways, we're waiting in this line, and
you know who could get it? So sorry, like so fast.
Go ahead.
Tom Riddle.
Like, you're not wrong.
Come on.
No, Tom Riddle's hot.
I just watched Chamber of Secrets, and I was like,
Tom Riddle could get it. Who is that actor?
Voldemort.
I want to just chip my tube.
Oh, he's good. He's gonna make me risk it all. I was gonna join the dark side. I'm sorry.
You know who could get it? Professor McGonagall.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Or what's his name? Filch. What were we talking about?
Mr. Lion.
The line for Mr. Lion. We were with a group of men, and
really?
Yes, because when we had to abandon them at the door. Do you remember that?
Who were we with?
Like those guys, Avery's men.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? Like Wilson or something. I don't even remember. We were with a group of men
and girls,
but the problem was that we were with a group of men.
So we're not gonna get in, even if we wait in this line.
We're in the line. So me and Caelan, at the time, I was a stoner, and I was like, I need marijuana. So there was like a 24-hour weed dispensary, kind of close to us, like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, Caelan, I don't want to wait in this line. I'd rather just get weed and go home. And you were like, you know what, bet, let's do it. So we walk 10 minutes. It's freezing cold. It's like last November. We walk all the way to the dispensary. We're waiting in the long line for the weed thing. And then finally Avery calls and is like, we're at the front of the line.
Run.
Like, we're at the front of the line. You need to be here now. We're 10 minutes away. I'm next in line for the weed dispensary, and I have to kiss my weed goodbye to go into fucking Mr. Lion, which, I mean, I didn't already want to go, but I was like, okay, fine, if I don't have to wait in a line, whatever. So we run in our heels.
Yeah.
Weed free.
Raw dogging it.
Raw dogging Mr. Lion. I'd never been there before. We run and we get there.
Let me just preface this.
Okay.
I didn't know what we were walking into.
Thank God. You're safe. We get to the front of the line where the girls are, and then it's like, what had happened? The bouncer was like,
open your purses.
No, it wasn't that. It was, remember, we had to abandon the guys.
Oh my God, yeah. He was like, the girls can come in, but like they like too many guys.
He like opened a thing to like let us in, and then like closed it for the guys. And they were like, what? Like, are you guys really just gonna like leave us? And he literally looked at us and he was like, choose the club or your friends. And the girl who like invited the guys literally goes, sorry, and like runs into the club. So I'm looking at these guys that I just met tonight, and they're looking at me like, really? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, yeah. What was I supposed to do?
It was fine.
It was fine.
We owed them nothing.
We truly owed them nothing. So anyways, we walk into the club, and I'm like, we walk into like the foyer?
The foyer of the club.
We walk into the foyer of the club, and
they're
like,
you pay and they check the bags.
Yeah. So immediately she's like, open your bag. And I'm like, okay. I open my bag, and she pulls out my lighter and tosses it in a bucket full of lighters. Like at this club, they have a desk with a woman sitting there collecting lighters. And I was like, hey,
I need that.
Excuse me. That's my lighter. Like, why did you take it? She's like, move along. And I was like, I was about to fight this bitch. I was like,
they
no.
were so mean for no reason.
Dude, I was like, I was like, hey, I need that. That's my lighter. And she was like, we don't allow lighters in the club. I was like, why? She's like, move along, move along. People are pushing me along.
Commit arson
and I was like,
burn the club to the ground?
I was about to in that moment. I was like, no, I don't have to go to this club. Give me my lighter back. Like, I'll leave. Give it back. She's not even making eye contact with me.
No.
And they have a bucket full of lighters.
Bouncers, especially in Toronto, are just on the biggest power trip, and they do not care if you live or die.
She wasn't even a bouncer. She was just like the lighter collector.
That's her official job title.
Lighter collector. Like, don't let anyone enjoy smoking or lighting a candle.
She's an arsonist. She like wants them all. She like keeps them at home and like just burns shit.
So I'm looking at this woman and I'm like, give me my lighter back. I will leave, but I want the lighter. It was also like, it was my favorite lighter.
It was a nice
lighter. My sister got it for me from England. It had a cool car on it. And I was like, give me my lighter and I will leave the club. They're pushing me along. Then I like turn around and it's the guy for the cover and he's like $40. I'm sorry. Sorry, $40. $40 to enter this fucking club. I'm not down. I'm like, I'm not going. Lighterless. I'm like, I'm not down. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. Give me my lighter. And then this woman who we're with, who I don't know, like grabs me by the arm and is like, I'll pay your cover. I'll pay your cover. Like, let's just go. So I'm like, okay, fine. She takes me by the hand. We go into the club. I stay in the club for about
25 seconds.
25 seconds. We stand there. First of all, you can't move. Like, you walk in, you can't move.
It's like only like terrible rap music mixed with like Mr. Brightside. It's just...
And then, like,
it's really bad vibes.
We're standing there for about 10 seconds, and then this guy comes up to us and is like, do you want to come to our booth? And we're like, okay, sure. We come to their booth. They have no alcohol.
I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do here?
It's like 15 men with no alcohol.
Engage in conversation? Like,
with, like, a jug of fucking orange juice. Like,
he's like, oh, sorry, we're fresh out. I'm like, then I'm fresh out. Like, are you fucked? Why am I going to sit in your booth and make conversation with you?
So what's your name? I'm like,
don't worry about that. Like, that's none of your business.
That's none of your business, sir. Like, so we leave, and now it's what, midnight?
And I was just like, okay, like, to my friends. Carlyn's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I was like, okay.
I still needed... First of all, I was still weedless, and I was also now lighterless. So I had to go on a mission by myself in the freezing cold. I go, first of all, I get a lighter. I go to, like, what is it called in Toronto? Max Milk?
Yeah. A convenience store.
I go to a convenience store, and I get a lighter, and then I go back to the 24-hour dispensary. And it's like the weirdest man ever. There's no line at this point. Mm-hmm. I get my blue dream, and I at this point I didn't even want to stay over at a friend's in Toronto. I just wanted to go home to Burlington. So I called an Uber to Burlington, and while I'm waiting for my Uber, the guy from the weed shop like comes out and he's like, "Do you want to ride?" And I was like, I considered it. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, "No, thank you."
You care about your life.
I was enraged. And then I Ubered home, I go to sleep, and I wake up, and I woke up to a text from an unknown number saying, hey, it's the girl who paid your cover. Can you e-transfer me $40? I did, but I should have asked, okay, can you e-transfer me $2.29 for a lighter?
I walked Carlyn out, and I was like, okay, bye. I like told the bouncer, I was like, I'm going to be right back. Like, I'm just walking my friend out. I had a stamp and everything. I walk her out. I'm like, bye. Send her on her way. I come back. I'm like, okay, like, let me back in. Like, my friends are in there. And the bitch who took Carlyn's lighter steps up, and she's like, no. No.
She's like, halt.
I'm like, what do you mean, no? Like, I have a stamp. I paid the money. My friends are in there with my phone, might I add. Let me in. And she's like, no, like, sorry. It's like past fucking midnight. And I'm like, are you turning into a pumpkin? Like, let me in the fucking club. Like, my friends are in there. I have a stamp. I paid cover. They have my phone. Trust me, I don't want to be in this club at all. I just want my phone. Let me in. And then the male bouncer is like, okay, calm down. Stop crying. I'm like,
no, but he wasn't nice about it. He was like, stop crying.
My eyes are dry. I am talking at like this volume. Like, I am I'm good. I'm chilling. Like, are you crying? Like, are you projecting on me? Anyway, he was like, just let her in. Like, it's fine. Let me in. I promptly get my phone. I was like, I am also leaving. And then I went home. Anyway, that's Toronto clubbing. Can't stand her.
If that lighter woman is out there, Mr. Lion, Mr. Lighter stealing fucking establishment, count your days, bitch.
Eat her
because
out,
I'm
girl.
coming for you.
Eat her out.
I'm coming for that fucking lighter. What do they do with the lighters? That's what I want to know. Also, why? Why do they not allow lighters in the club? Do they think we're gonna light a fucking fire? They're like, there will be no sentimental lighter waving in the air. We're playing strictly Roses. We're playing strictly Closer by the Chainsmokers.
Anyway, that is Toronto clubbing. It is horrifying. You can't live her, can't live with her, can't live without her.
That's why I prefer Montreal clubbing. But the thing
Except
is,
recently, Montreal clubbing was scary.
I don't know what happened to Montreal clubs.
In university, like, amazing. Like,
There was this one club that was like our place to go because it was like the perfect hybrid between a bar and a club.
Perfect. Like, no notes. Like, literally perfect. I loved this club with my whole life. It was called Nesta. And I'm only going to say its name.
Oh, we're talking about Nesta. I thought we were talking about Rocket.
Oh, I'm talking about Nesta.
Okay, we can talk about Nesta. It's closed down, so we can say their name.
Nesta, I miss you more than anything. I almost got a tattoo for this club because I loved it so deeply. It was like they only let boys in if they had like female friends with them. So it was like no creepy like frat boys.
Except for like the occasional like 50-year-old in the corner.
But they were so harmless. He just wanted the music and
You're right.
I loved him. There was that one guy. He was so good. Anyway, it was so good. They let the girls dance on the bar. They gave them sparklers. They only played like old like ABBA and stuff like that. It was so much fun, but it closed down. And then I think when it closed down, all the other clubs that were good closed down because our other favorite club also recently got so creepy.
It used to be like our place to go to dance. It was the perfect hybrid between like a bar and a club. It was like they would play like just old school like rock music. They play Queen, ABBA, like all the good fun ones. They play like music from Greece.
Oh my God, it was
like,
so fun.
It was the perfect place to dance.
It was all
my
like
first
hipsters.
It was
so
my
like,
first date spot. I went on every first date there.
It was so fun because it was like the back room was like quiet in a bar. There was like a pool table and then there was like a dance floor. There was a disco ball. It was so fun.
I've had the best first dates there because I would literally just like the last guy that I was seeing, I met him there. And like for our first date, we like went there and danced to like, you better shape up because I need a man. Like it's like so
a dream. Truly a dream.
It was literally my dream, that place. But last time we went there, it's been like a few months. We decided to go back because Caelan's in town. And it's just ridden with these like creepy
like
men.
Geriatric fucking like terrifying men.
Like men named like
Marvin.
like Marvin and Jerry are in the corner.
The scariest people. And oh my God, recently we're outside the club and we're like hanging out or whatever. And this man walks by and at first he walks by. We're just staying there. He's like, hey, do you guys have like a cigarette? We're like, no. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, like you are such a beautiful little princess. And I was like, thank you. Like, thank you so much. Leaves. Comes back 2 minutes later and he goes and he looks at me and goes, you have such beautiful breasts. And I go, oh, that took a 180 like so fast. And then Carlyn.
And then I go, okay, I always think that like, I don't know, in my head I'm like tough. And
yeah,
like,
you are tough.
But like to men, probably not so much. But in my head, I'm like this like tough, intimidating person. So I'm like, hey bro, like that's my girl.
Like, that's disrespectful.
Like don't say that shit to her. And he literally goes, are you gonna call the police?
And Carlyn was like,
I was speechless.
we had to talk about Halloween. Anyway,
so
we
right.
got so sidetracked. Anyway, fucking backtracking. We get to this bar late, and our friends are getting in, and she, like, the bouncer, our friend runs up. She's like, oh, like, just these two are, like, trying to get in. Like, can they just come in with us? And he was like, no. And we're like, please. And he was like, no. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, it's Halloween. Like, go to the back of the line. And we were
That's
like,
the thing, in Montreal, I feel like a bouncer has never like turned us away.
no.
But in Toronto, they're like, we don't give a fuck if
We
you're
don't
Kendall
charm.
Jenner.
We're
like,
not
I guess
charmers
we're just
here.
not like their type here.
That's fair.
It's fine.
That's understandable. Hey,
It's fine.
no problem. Like, literally no problem. Just,
You know what? You can be the most beautiful grape in the bunch, but some people prefer blueberries. That is not the quote. What is it?
Beautiful.
Thank you. It's like you can be the most like juiciest hot dog, but some people prefer hamburgers.
I prefer hamburgers.
I'm a hot dog girl, but I don't like the sound of that. But you know.
Anyway, we don't get in.
Anywho,
We go to the back. Whatever. We pay our dues. We pay our dues. You know what? We were fine with it. We were dancing. It was fun. We get in. We're having actually a pretty great time. Music is vibing. We're talking to our friend who we haven't seen in a long time. She's with her little boyfriend, and he's such like a good club boyfriend. Like he's not like trying to like dance on her. Like he was kind of standing in the corner, like letting her dance. And we're like, period, king. Like you know your place. We leave, and we're about to go to this after. And we go to this bar to like get a quick drink, and Carlyn looks in the mirror and realizes that her skeleton makeup, as you saw in a couple clips ago, has melted off her face.
it's like it's not even that it was melted. It was like half of it was melted.
It was
off.
like
It was like I just looked like
it wasn't cute.
it was like the stuff on my mouth was like gone pretty much with like one swipe.
And I was objectively being a bad friend because I didn't want to deal with it. I just wanted to go to the after, and Carlyn was like, "Tell me, like, does it look bad?" And I was like, "It
looks great." I'm like, I have eyes, bitch. I can see in the mirror. Like I can see that it looks bad.
See, Carlyn does this though. Like we'll be getting ready to go out, and I'm honest for the first like 6 outfits that she tries on about my opinion, and then it's like 10 p.m. We missed the pre. We're about to miss the club. She tries on an 8th outfit. She's like, "Does it look good?" If it looks like ass, I'm gonna say it looks good because I'm like, girl,
I'll like do it for the joke. I'll do it for the joke. I'll put on like Lululemon leggings and like a jean jacket and be like, "Caelan, does this look good?"
I'm helpful
and she's
for
like,
the first
"Oh my
7.
god, yeah, it's so good." And I'm like, "Bitch."
Okay, I'm helpful for the first 7 outfits. By the 8th outfit, like I'm ready to go to bed and not even go out.
Anyway,
so,
so my makeup, it's bad to the point where I just wipe it all off. But I could wipe off like the nose and the mouth fine, but there was no way I was gonna be able to wipe off the eyes. And it just looked like I had 2 black circles around my eyes. Like it looked like I had like tried to draw on like a raccoon or like a superhero mask.
I think I said that. I was like, you just look like a cute raccoon.
Yeah. You're like, it's like Batman. Like, and I was like, there's no fucking way. So we're in the bathroom. I'm like, I can't go out. Like, let's just go home. And I'm like, do you have makeup in your purse? Caelan goes, I have lipstick. So I'm like, okay, let me try. I'm also like, I've had a few drinks at this point.
Yeah.
On our walk randomly, we got 3 free shots from
a bar, not from like people in the street.
No, but like different bars. We just
like we walk by and they're like, do you guys want a free drink? And we're like, hell yeah, we do. Next one, want a free drink? And it happened thrice.
So after the third time,
3 times, it's fate.
It's fate's on our side. So I'm looking in the mirror. I'm thinking, I can't go out like this. Let's just go home. Caelan goes, oh, I have some lipstick. I try to fix my makeup
Contour
and
with
do
my
it
red lipstick.
with Caelan's red lipstick. Now I have a red face. Now I just look embarrassed, and I already was embarrassed.
Anyway, we're leaving. We're about to call it a night. But
no, we walk out of there. So now I just have like no makeup on except for like the eyes. And I'm just like, maybe it's fine. We walk out of this bar of the bathroom. It's closed. And the guy, like the bartender was like, you look so good. Like whatever. And I'm like, because we asked them for makeup. And they were like, no, but you look so good. He gives us another free shot. And we're like, you know what? We're good. Let's just go.
Let's just like we're drunk enough. We're fine. We're leaving. But
we exit the club.
Fate is on our side. Because I see out of the corner of my little eye a gaggle of cosplayers. And I know cosplayers. If anyone in this city is going to have like a full makeup bag of like face paint, it's them. So what were they cosplaying as?
I don't know. They were anime characters.
I wish we could show a video, but that would be like not good for their privacy.
Because they were so nice.
Oh my god,
I just want to say sweet. Thank you. It's not your fault. It's like thank you, because
they were so nice. We walk up to them.
And Caelan goes, "Do you have any makeup?" Her makeup got wiped off, and this person was like,
"They have like." I don't even know how to describe this individual. Like they have like I don't know how to describe them.
They're full cosplaying as an anime character.
Like their hair is up to here. They have like full beat. Like it's like Sailor Moon.
It was not Sailor Moon.
No, I know, but it's like
I don't know Cowboy Bebop, but I think it was Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, that vibe then.
Yeah,
Cowboy Bebop.
Because someone made a joke about Cowboy, and I was like, "Oh, Cowboy Bebop! Like I know that one."
And they're like, "Okay, normie."
Yeah, they're like, "Okay, weeb."
Anyway, I'm like, Cowboy Bebop, like, do you have makeup? And Cowboy Bebop had so much makeup.
But this is the thing, is what I wanted was for this Cowboy Bebop character. This pillow is like so much. What I wanted was for Cowboy Bebop to open up their makeup bag and let me take a gander inside and let me choose. Maybe hold up my phone for me to look in the mirror so I could just fix. You guys saw what I had going on. Just like maybe a little here, a little here, a little like
little nose
contour. Like just quick and easy.
Nothing crazy.
But Cowboy Bebop was like, this is my moment.
No,
this is my time to shine.
They had literally been waiting their whole life for two drunk bitches to walk up to them and be like, beat my face.
So Cowboy Bebop goes, oh, no, sweetie. I'm a makeup artist. You came to the right place. I will do your makeup for you. I see what you were going for. You were going for like skeleton. And I'm like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I should have pulled up a picture of what I had before.
We should have in theory done anything, but just
Other than
given them
let them
free reign with your face.
So we stand, where were we in Toronto?
We were like outside U of T-ish.
We're around U of T at 3 a.m, standing outside this closed club, and this person beats my face for like what, 20 minutes?
And I'm just like, I have no idea about cosplaying or anime or anything like that. So I'm just
trying to fit in.
I'm grasping for straws at like anything I can be relatable to these people, and they're like, so I'm like,
goes, she's bisexual. I'm like, okay.
They're like,
we don't give a fuck, but you know.
And then I was like, astrology? And they're like,
goes, what's your star sign?
And they were, what were they? They were something cutie. Oh, they were a Cancer. And I was
Shout
like,
out to you, baby girl. I
they
mean,
were
baby them.
They were a Cancer. I was like, oh my God, I'm a Cancer rising. And then we talked about that for the duration. And I'm like talking to them about it. And I look over. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I love astrology, so I'm rather enthralled in this conversation. I'm just thankful that we have middle ground. We're talking about astrology. And I look over to check on Carlyn, and she has on her face Cowboy Bebop. Sorry. Cowboy Bebop has drawn Carlyn teeth. Literally has drawn her skeleton teeth on her face like this. Like this.
Like my lips looked like teeth. Like I knew that there was some like intense makeup going on my face just from like the effort and like the concentration. But when I saw the NYX jumbo eye pencil and milk being pulled out, I was like, oh no, we are not on the same page. Because I did not
gagging.
I was going for a skeleton. I did not need to fool the people into thinking that my lips were teeth. Like I was fine with like a little contour, like a little cute, exactly what I had earlier on this pod. No. My lips were transformed into teeth, like white with like a little glimmer, like the attention to detail. Like
it was gorgeous, like objectively speaking.
But there was no way.
Slayed,
but there was no way I was going to walk into an after party of people that I don't know and present myself. Hello. Jack Skellington, like nice to meet you.
So we promptly got an Uber. We're like, oh my God,
we did not promptly get an Uber. We walk away.
Right, we didn't promptly get an Uber.
We walk down the street and I immediately go, Caelan, how bad is it? Caelan, how bad is it? And Caelan's like, it looks so good. Like
I wanted to go to the after. Okay.
Caelan's like, no, it looks so good. I look in like my phone and I was like, immediately no. So I start using like what was I wearing? Was I wearing a jacket? I was wearing a long sleeve shirt. I was using my sleeve and like trying to wipe it off. So I'm like rubbing my face till it's like it's not coming off. Oh yeah, that was the best part. Is Cowboy Bebop when it was done pulled out the fucking MAC spray. What is it? Like
all-nighter setting spray?
Cowboy Bebop then pulls out the all-nighter setting spray and sprays me once, sprays me twice. And then I go, thank you so much. And they go, no, one more round. Sprays me a third time. You're good to go. So we're walking away and I'm using all my courage and all my might and all my strength to rub this shit off. And it is not coming off. It is not coming off my face. And now we're like in a random neighborhood, standing on the sidewalk. I'm like, I can't go out like this.
The U of T like student housing area.
And we see two girls approaching,
Getting out of their Uber.
and we were like, what are the odds?
I feel so bad. They're like getting it. Like this is objectively speaking insane. They're getting out of their Uber. They're about to go into the little home.
It's 3 a.m.
Call it a night. Like they've had a night of partying. Carlyn
Like,
runs up
excuse
to
me, can you guys help us?
and then we give them the sob story. They're like,
We're like Cowboy Bebop, like some cosplayers did my makeup, and I can't
I'm like
go
showing
somewhere.
them the video. They don't give a fuck. Like they obviously.
They're
don't
like, hey,
care.
what do you need? We're like, a makeup wipe would be great. This girl goes in her house and comes out with her last makeup wipe. She gave it to me. So I wipe it off. Now my face, I still have the black eyes, keep in mind. And now the rest of my face is red and raw. And now I'm in pain. And now I'm sober. Like we've sobered up
Yeah.
at this point. And I say, can we just go home?
Yeah,
That was scary enough for me. That was a spooktacular Halloween.
it was
I'm ready
so
for bed.
spooky. We got home. We ate some Wendy's.
The Wendy's wasn't even that good
It
either.
was cold.
The fries were like, it tasted like In-N-Out fries. If you know, you know.
I don't. Anyway, that was our Halloween. It was crazy, but it was fun, honestly. I had a good time. I wish we could show the video of the cosplayer.
Oh my God. Shout out to the cosplayer. I don't want
If
them
you
to
see this,
I don't want them to think that we're like being
we're
mean.
not.
We
Oh
love
my
you.
God,
It
we
just
love
wasn't
you.
the vision. But it's okay.
Your vision was right. Our vision was wrong.
Yeah, our vision
It
was
was
wrong.
us. It
We
was
should have
not you.
communicated what we wanted.
It's me, it's not you. It was not them.
We did take pictures. We did enjoy the look. I did not go to the party, but
you slayed.
you slayed and we love you for
They
that.
followed us on Instagram too.
They did. I wish I could say their name.
I wish you could say their name too.
It's just called like Muffin. It'd be funny if you knew their name. All right, guys.
That concludes all the spookiness that
For-
we just talked about for the spooky podcast.
for the spooky Halloween edition, Halloween recap.
I mean, it's
Halloween
November now when you're going to be watching.
What is it called? The
this.
Halloween debrief. Thank you for watching our Halloween debrief. Now it's time. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you.
I'm so excited for Christmas.
I'm not
Christmas.
a Christmas girl, but
I'm
I'm trying to be
big.
one.
You will be.
I'm trying. I'm in my wholesome era right now. If you guys, I know you just met me, but me like a few years ago, I was scary. Now I'm like an old mom. I'm like a priest.
So Christmas is going to be your time.
Maybe.
Wait and see.
Wait and see.
Okay.
Anyways, guys.
Illy. See you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.